Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nashua High School South for tonight's first-round playoff game. Nashua High South is hosting Portsmouth, two teams that met up just a week ago and didn't end that well for South. John Collins along with Tom King. Just heard Al St. Louis.
It ended fine for South, John. They won 66-55. So they are 11-7, facing Portsmouth. Portsmouth, this is their third trip to Nashua in a week and in actually 8 days, because they played North earlier in the week.
The girls got eliminated by Portsmouth up in Portsmouth yesterday, correct? The Nashua High South girls.
Yep.
So the boys are trying to maybe avenge that a little bit.
A little bit of revenge.
Maybe here in their home court. So it's the higher seeded South team at number 8, just slightly higher than number 9 Portsmouth, going at it here. 8-minute quarters in boys basketball.
Josh Caruso had 32 points in that game. Half of Nashua's output. But this is going to be a battle on the boards right now. And, you know, a kid who I thought played really well for Portsmouth against North when I saw them last week. Number 4, Isaiah Reese, isn't starting, so maybe his strength is off the bench, but he seemed to be their guy.
Josh Caruso with a nice jump pass for Daniel Karavanek. South hangs on to the ball. Karavanek dribbling, passing it up to Josh Tripp. Tripp in the paint.
Oh, nice pass by Tripp. That is just a nice pass.
Tim Stavely with the basket.
We hadn't seen Stavely start that much. I haven't anyway. And he's in the starting lineup with a Cote coming off the bench. So they made some adjustments here.
Nate Masroll making some adjustments before the start of the playoffs here. The award or the prize for winning this game is a trip to Derry to play the number 1 Pinkerton Astros.
Yeah, and that game may be an afternoon or noon game from what I understand. They might want to change. They might not play that at night. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Somebody's got to win this one first, John. And remember, we saw this team in the prelims last year, Nashua South against Merrimack. Remember all the problems Merrimack caused them?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Jack Castonguay draws a foul.
South will play as well as they play defense. That's their key. Defense is what they have to focus on, because Portsmouth can hit the 3. And Portsmouth is not the strongest defensive team. So
bounce pass to Josh Caruso in the corner.
Tyrese Gibbs said that to us last week when I interviewed him after the game.
Good ball movement by the Panthers as they look for an open shot here. 2-0 on the Stavely basket. No scores yet for Portsmouth. Good defense being played early.
Oh, you can bet they're going to double and triple team Caruso when they can, because they know he's the scorer. But if that's the case, others have to pick up the slack. Look at that move off the dribble, almost.
Zeroing in on the basket, Josh Caruso, an unfriendly bounce in and out. And it's still 2-0 as Portsmouth seeks to tie or better. Long on the shot, big rebound by Karavanek as a Portsmouth player hits the deck on what appeared to be a textbook box out. Instead, it's going to be a foul called, I believe, on Stavely.
Yeah, Karavanek got hacked from behind on the play, and that's a bad call. Karavanek is a foul magnet, okay, because he's aggressive and he's a rebounder. He's a freshman.
I think the foul was away from the ball, too. It was Stavely, I believe.
I don't think so. The ref called it right here, didn't he? Right down here?
I think the contact was made by another player. There's Karavanek to the basket. That's going to be an offensive foul, as he went a bit too aggressive over the top of the defender.
They best hope it's Stavely so they don't get 2 fouls on Karavanek.
Right. Yeah, Stavely had a quizzical look on his face, like you're going to call that?
So did Karavanek.
Yeah, after he got the rebound. So much ado about defense and fouls, but not much to do about scoring yet. Just 2 points on the board. And there's a shot from distance, and it's good.
And it's a 3.
3 minutes into the first quarter, Portsmouth has their first basket. To the right.
This is the pressure game, right? The prelim, especially when you've got two teams that are fairly close in record.
Because if all that work, it's devastating to go out in the first round.
Oh, Castanway tried to force it.
Deflected pass, down comes Portsmouth. A clean block by Joshua Tripp.
Yeah, not really. Not a clean block, John. Not foul was called.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I was saying what I saw with my eyes.
And that's what I saw with my eyes, too. In my mind, they missed a couple of calls. But you know what? That's going to happen.
Pressure game for the refs, too, perhaps.
They got 3 of them.
At the line.
They have 3 refs.
3 ref. Ryan Swartz for Portsmouth misses the first. He's a sophomore at 6'2". Quite a few sophomores in this game. Tom says a player to watch, I believe, is number 4, Isaiah Rice.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. He played pretty well last week against North. He was aggressive off the bench.
Sophomore off the bench.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, John. 3 fouls already on South. What happens after the 5th, right?
Right.
They go and they shoot 2, not even a one-on-one, 2.
So 4 points for Portsmouth, and there's a shot from distance.
Yeah,
no
South
good.
is ice cold from the field.
There's a catch and shoot, and off the glass and in.
Yeah.
6 points for Portsmouth.
6-2, and South is letting their offensive malaise kind of hurt them on defense because the shooters have been wide open.
Castanway splits the seam.
Nice pass.
Karavanic's going to kick it out, though. Caruso trying to come up with his first points, and he does.
And that's what you should do. If you're not shooting well from afar, take the ball to the hole.
Josh Caruso straight through the paint with the finger roll. 2-point game. Portsmouth up 6-4 here in the first quarter. Perimeter passing by the Clippers. Nobody's taken a 3-point shot yet, and as soon as I say it, a 3-point attempt and getting decked. Miles DeYoung. DeYoung also wears numero 0. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, I had a problem with that last week because every time there's a missed shot, I put a 0. And it's like 0 and a 0.
That's a tough number for a scorer to bear, but we see 2 of them in this game. I think it'll be like a jinx. So some missed free throws by Portsmouth, keeping the game closer. 6-4 still as DeYoung hits the second. And it's a 3-point trip to the line. 3 shots, I should say.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Outside the arc.
He wasn't that far outside it.
Just
must have been right
half
there.
a step.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting. That is how the Alvern girls won last night in their prelim.
Really?
They were down 2, and Rachel Allard at the buzzer
Clutch
took
free throws?
took a 3, missed it, and the foul was called, and she goes to the line and hits all 3.
Castanway with the jumper doesn't go. North is getting set to play Goffstown in a half hour. There's a basket again. Portsmouth timeout in South.
Definitely. They're getting beat down the floor, John Collins.
Yeah.
They're missing shots and letting it get to them. They're not getting back on defense. That's got to stop. Otherwise, Portsmouth, they were with North. This is how the North game went, right? So they were down 29-11 in the second quarter to North. They came all the way back and managed to be down only 4 at the half. Actually, they came back and almost tied the game. They were down only 4 at the half, and then in the third quarter, they fell apart. They had spent all that time. It was a 16-0 run that they made to get to 29-27 against Nashua North. Now, in that South game, I was not at last Friday night. Caruso had 32. Castanway was held to 10. All right, so others picked up the slack because they got 66 points.
Josh Caruso walking the ball down the court. His team's trailing by 6, 10-4. A rough first quarter of the 2024 playoffs for the Panthers, the number 8 seed against the number 9 seed, the visitors here from Portsmouth. And we're off to a much better start. It's a floater. Caravanic faked left, went right. There's the shot from the corner. It's no good. Front rimmed it. Portsmouth rebound. As they bring it down the sideline. Difficult pass, fielded in the middle. Clean block, Caravanic. Josh Tripp comes up with it. Good defense there by the Panthers. With the ball top of the key.
It is really, really, really rugged underneath the hoop right now, isn't it?
A lot of bodies clashing.
A lot of clashing bodies.
Pushing.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And knifing through, Caruso misses the shot. Mad scramble on the floor. Portsmouth comes away with it.
It's going to be a 4-on-2 here.
Princeton Daniel to the basket.
Yeah, 4-on-2 because everybody was on the floor chasing that ball.
Princeton Daniel blocking foul on Portsmouth.
12-4 start for the Clippers. Why? They've been beating South down the floor.
Head coach of Portsmouth, you see there, Tyrese Gibbs, got to be very happy with how things have been going so far.
Yeah, he is a very vocal coach.
This is why it's hard to beat a team twice, right, Tom? They look at the video, what can we do differently, what adjustments can we make, because we lost by 11 points. Meanwhile, the team that won's content. Oh, we just do the same thing that we were going to do, and then oftentimes that's not good enough because the hungrier team, the team that lost, makes all the adjustments.
Tell you the girls' version of that in a second.
And to the basket,
man,
it doesn't go.
It's got a lid on them.
Samson Akote.
Wow, it's a jump ball.
Yeah, and that's the first round jitters
ball.
In a nutshell right there. You're kind of tentative when you let the ball go.
John, I don't know. You went right to the hole.
Yeah, but the touch, you're not playing free and loose like this is a basket I've made a million times.
Could be.
You're thinking about it too much.
Yeah, it may be. But this is getting really tough underneath. Here is Reese now in the game.
Outside, breaking toward the basket. DeYoung kicks it outside. Wide open three for Xavier. Lampert misses. Portsmouth gets the offensive board, and the floater is good.
They get the board tipped to them.
DeYoung with the basket.
14-4. And a tough start for the Panthers.
Akote snatches that, nearly stolen by Ryan Swartz, number 2. Good pass underneath from Caravanic. He did a teardrop to Tripp for the basket.
It's great ball movement, but obviously this is early, right?
Yeah.
It's early. There's a lot of basketball to be played, but South definitely cannot play defense the way they're playing it now.
Dribbling is Isaiah Reyes into the game. Baseline, Princeton gets fouled. Princeton Daniel will go to the line. He was in the act of shooting right there clearly. 52 seconds left to go in a rough first quarter for Nashua South. Again, as Tom said, the teams played just a week ago here, 66-55.
Less than a week ago. Let's see. Saturday, they didn't see each other for 4 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
And at the line, Princeton Daniel made the first, trying to make it a 10-point lead again for the Clippers, and he does.
This won't change, John, until the Panthers find a way to play defense a little bit better. I keep saying it over and over again, but that's what's got to happen. And you know how I always say it, what happens, right? Turn your defense into your offense. Get some easy transition baskets that way.
That's what runs are made of, offensive point runs. You have to come up with some stops. So South trying to score here to get that run going, down by 10, 16-6. Josh Caruso backs it out, gives it to Zach Gastongway. Gastongway, a senior, dribbles through the legs, hands it off to Caruso, a junior. The dynamic duo, the two guards for South.
Good defense. He's going to try to take it on the dribble. The Portsmouth fans love it. They love the defense. South holding it for the last shot. They can dribble it out. This is one of their strengths. They're very good at holding on to the ball.
Under 10 seconds to go now, first quarter. South's going to make their move. Gastongway is going to do a jumper from the corner.
And he draws the foul with 4.1 to go. So what's got to happen, all right, he's at the line, right? If he hits 2, they've got to get back on defense. Portsmouth's got 4 seconds left. They can't allow Portsmouth to get the ball up court quickly, either on a missed free throw or on the inbounds.
Yeah, the eyes will be on Miles DeYoung, number 0. senior forward who has shown great mobility with the ball. He'll probably be the guy selected by Portsmouth to bring this thing down in 4 seconds and maybe launch it. We'll see. There's the shot. It's good. DeYoung gets it. He's going to sprint down court. 2 seconds. 1. He lets it go, and he misses.
Do you know what? Shouldn't have allowed that shot.
It was a good look.
It was a good look. Really good look.
I'm surprised he didn't
Okote
do better.
got over there in time, but and look, his defense had something to do with the miss.
Especially when you know he's the go-to guy.
That's just it. As you called him, he's the one, right? He's the guy.
But you don't want to foul him, too, because he goes to the line for 3.
No.
But he got a good look.
So last night at Salem, Ricky Oliver, the Salem coach, they're down 20-8. They got beat by BG, I believe, 55-47. Early in like mid-January somewhere.
Girls basketball.
Yeah, girls basketball, right? So Ricky just sat down and said, obviously that's what they looked at film-wise. Ricky sat down and said, look, we are not, and they lost at Salem. So Ricky said, we are not going to let them beat us twice on this floor. Game changed.
Game changer. Ricky Oliver. Yeah.
So let's see what the Clippers obviously had a lot of momentum and probably figured that people weren't counting them in.
Yeah.
We've seen this before here at Nashua South.
A fresh 8 minutes go up on the scoreboard for the second quarter, which South hoping it goes a lot better than the first quarter.
Oh,
but
boy,
as Tom said, it's going to be keyed by defense.
Yep.
Portsmouth would love to score 16 points a quarter and just take this upset here and take their chances in Derry in the next round. Derry finishing the season at 17-1 along with Bedford. Pinkerton got the tiebreaker over Bedford, so that's why they get the bye, and Bedford's playing against Manchester Central tonight in the first round. Caruso double teamed, loses it, just kind of slipped out of his fingers. Up court it comes, 2-on-1 break, and Race can't make the lay-in. Good hustle back defense by the Panthers. Around the perimeter, DeYoung flings it inside. The turnaround by Swartz off the glass and in.
Yeah,
Ryan
post-up
Swartz.
move inside. Little bit of a size advantage, gets the hook, and it's 18-8. Boy, wow.
Yeah, Ryan Swartz, kind of a coming of age for him. He's only a sophomore. It's his first playoff game, I would imagine, as a starter.
Stanway traveled, got away with it, shoots the air ball.
It out, but fortunately Tripp was there. He had it stripped away. Down comes Portsmouth. Jackson Jones off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for. Kastongwe has one man to beat. He's going to stop, pop, and miss. Long on the shot.
A lid on that basket.
Rough guess. The South is shooting about 10% from the field in the first part of this game. Reese going against Kastongwe. Portsmouth with it, looking to add to a 10-point lead, up 18-8. DeYoung flings it out to Aiden Thomas. His three-point attempt is good from distance, and it goes from bad to worse for the Panthers. Jackson Jones hits the three. Caruso goes to the basket and gets fouled. Wow. 21-8.
Wow.
Not
how they drew it up, is it?
It's reminding me of the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl score at this point.
I wouldn't go that far yet. This is kind of early.
And Josh hits. Well, if they're going to come back, it's going to take their Tom Brady, who's at the line right now.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that, but it's going to take everybody, John.
Absolutely. You said secondary scoring.
Secondary scoring is
imperative.
Yep, and that's been their problem most of the year. They haven't been able to get much of it.
In and out.
Oh,
and Caruso got there first, but he knocked it out of bounds.
You never see Caruso miss a free throw, but I saw him do it a few times when he was hurt middle of the year, and also in a game against Merrimack. One of those. That's not a good sign.
No, it isn't.
It's a
school
sign
vacation week for both schools.
Yeah, it's a sign that everything's going against you right now.
They're just out of rhythm. They're out of sync.
Oh, everything's off.
Touch isn't there.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Portsmouth is feeling it. And there's DeYoung. Misses. And rebound Portsmouth. Reese for three. Off to the right. What a great rebound there, snatching it down.
And that's why he's in there.
Prince is Isaac Dumbuisi. And a missed opportunity for the Panthers as they don't even touch rim that trip down the court. Whistle behind the plate. It's going to be a timeout for Portsmouth.
Wow. That's a very strange timeout when you're in transition and you call a timeout.
I think the coach was kind of joking that he didn't mean it, but the ref called it. But it's a timeout for Portsmouth. Called by Tyrese Gibbs, whether he meant to or not. And maybe that's a gift that South needed.
I'm telling you, it was a gift because Portsmouth was on its way.
Had their advantage there and people down the court.
Yep.
So this is one of several first-round games tonight. Most of them start later, but there was one that started at 5 p.m. in the Keene hosting Alvern.
Alvern and Keene.
So that one is probably well into the second half.
That was my upset pick for the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just kind of figure everybody thinks that Alvern may, roll over because, they've had a tough week. Their coach quit, last week and
drama.
Yeah, and so all that can affect them, and they have to go on the road to Keene, which is never fun. But we'll see.
Isaiah Reese will inbound it. Miles DeYoung kicks it outside to Ryan Swartz. Now DeYoung is going to slow down the offense, pick their spot here as we're underway in the second quarter. 21-9, and Portsmouth gets more offensive rebounds. Out of bounds off
and that is the other thing.
South.
That's killing South, the boards.
Is. And I'll tell you,
offensive boards.
I'll tell you, if I had to put a name to it for Portsmouth, it is the sophomore who's causing problems. Ryan Swartz, number 2. He passes the ball off.
It's a young team.
He says 6'2" in the program. I think he grew 2 inches since the season started. There's a pass underneath. Good block. That was either Caruso or
and the ball goes
Dumbuisi.
Again.
Another chance at it. Another chance. Swartz. Oh, no.
And the foul.
To the line.
They cannot get a rebound.
The sophomore Ryan Swartz.
6 offensive boards on that possession.
You are
6.
Not going to win the
they
game
cannot
that way.
get a rebound, and they're not going to win that way. That's for sure. You give up second chance opportunities.
Ryan Swartz with those bold pink sneakers. You can't miss him. He's at the line, and you really can't miss him if you're watching this game.
This really forces Nate Mazel to put his bigger lineup in there that may not be that offensively gifted, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's 5 minutes left to go in the first half. They're going to try to salvage what they can here. Caruso goes to the line, goes to the basket, gets 2 and maybe 1 more. They need more of that from Josh Caruso. As South just gets over the 10-point plateau here. 11 minutes into the game to score 11 points.
And it's a quiet Belanger gym from the South standpoint, right? I mean, it really is.
So Josh Caruso trying to make it a 3-point play.
And he does, and they needed that, boy, just to stop the bleeding.
12-point game now, 24-12.
You figure they're going to make a run. South will make a run, but the thing is, you got to make a run when you're down 10, but not 20.
Shot from distance, and a perfect shot by Jackson Jones.
I don't know what they could have done. I don't know what they could have done there, right?
He had a defender in his face.
And it's a 15-point Clipper lead. Boy, sometimes you get off the bus and you're just in a rhythm, right?
Yeah, and that's true for the Clippers today. Caruso, the follow-away, no good. Good rebound. Oh, a hand on it for a Cote, but no rebound. Pulling up is Reese. Good, looking for a dagger there. Long rebound, Caruso. Trailing the play with a lucky bounce. Maybe their luck has turned. He got heavy contact, and they'd say no call.
Yeah, Ricky Deschamps right down to the referee. He let it go.
Yeah, that's all body to
Caruso
body.
had his arms out. That's not good body language, though. You can't do that.
I don't know how you don't call that, though. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't. I know it.
Knocked away. Caruso answers back with a steal. Castongway ahead of the field. Oh, the layup doesn't go, but he'll go to the line.
Boy, how many layups have they missed?
Don't even want to know.
Missed layups, no rebounding, and getting beaten down the floor sometimes. This is just not their style.
Oh, Tom King. What were you saying about Alvin Keene?
I was saying, that was my upset pick.
End
but I don't
of
know.
3. Alvin 37, Keene 31.
There
End
you
of
go.
3 quarters.
There you go. See, Alvin's got the kid Hall back, right? Garrett Hall, I think, is a real good player, and I think that helps a little bit.
We will be switching back and forth maybe at halftime to the North against Goffstown game. Our friend Jason Roby doing that one for Nashua ETV.
That's your friend, not mine. No, I'm just kidding.
He can't hear us, so I guess
we
you
love
can
Jason
say what you
Roby.
want.
That's true.
That's what I heard. So from Dan Young, our technical director, who's manning the controls for both games tonight. Frank Wallet next to me on the controls, and of course Tim O'Neill, our MVP cameraman, is at center court tracking the action, which has not gone that well for South. But
Ricky's coming over here. He may want to scold me for a couple of things I said, maybe.
I don't think any of the calls that you questioned were his, though.
Yeah, there was one. The foul,
was it one?
He called the foul from the outside, and it was down here.
Okay.
And I thought it was, you and I both thought it was a clean play.
Oh, that one, yes. Yeah, you're right. That was a clean block, right. 27-14, 13-point lead for Portsmouth. They scored 55 on South a few days ago here and lost the game because South put up 66. Doesn't look like South's putting up 66 tonight at this rate.
Not at this rate. Not at 14 with, well, you got 20 minutes to score 52 points.
Not that it hasn't been done, but that's when you're feeling it, when everything's clicking.
And nothing is clicking right now. They're attacking the basket. Give them that.
Yeah.
And it's starting to pay off at the foul line.
Feels like it.
But they've got to get some stops and start a run. You can't get a run unless you make some defensive stops.
Samson Okote guarding Isaiah Reese closely, made it difficult for him to come over midcourt. The steal by Castongway, gets the return pass. What a beautiful bounce pass through traffic by Okote.
That's how you do it, right? That's how you do it.
Terrific spin. I mean, that was a difficult pass.
I mean, you got to play defense. Portsmouth does not have the best ball handlers, right? You've got to take advantage of it. You've got to play defense and get in those passing lanes.
We'll see if South can do just that. Get some turnovers. Caruso forcing Jackson Jones deep. Yeah, here's where the ball handling nervousness maybe kicks in a little bit.
Nice defense there by Cote. He got over there because Reese was ready to take it.
South all around the ball.
It's much better defensively now.
Now they have to convert. Castongway kind of just
can't be out of control.
Long pass completed ahead of the field, and a block by Caruso gets called for the foul.
And again,
Thomas.
The call from behind the play. The call from over here where he's there. But offensively, now they're starting to force it a little bit.
Yeah, that was
can't do that.
Yeah, there was really nothing there for Castongway, and he kind of just got trapped in indecision land as he went to the basket.
You get a break, but now they have to be very careful if he misses the free throw to make sure you do not allow that rebound to go to a maroon jersey. And it's
in and out.
Yep. Tripp gets right over there in time because they were after it.
South could get this game back to single digits if they score here. They're down 11. A basket would make it 9. Caruso to Castongway. Castongway backs it out. Tripp trying to knife through traffic. Hands it off to Karavanek, looking for an open Caruso.
Karavanek he was in no man's land. He goes, what do I do here?
Caruso, the no-look pass. Tripp with an easy put-in.
That's a great assist by Caruso. See, Caruso we know for scoring, right? He's a very good guard in terms of distributing the ball when he is the guy making the play.
South may be in the midst of a run here,
well,
down to a 9-point game. Tripling the ball. DeYoung, major collision there as he crashes shoulders with Samson Okote accidentally. It is a foul on Okote.
2:05 left. They've got 3 fouls, so they're not going to the line just yet. I don't know why he's at the line. That wasn't in the act, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. They're going to take the ball.
Yeah, exactly. They should be taking the ball out.
Tell you what, Miles DeYoung was rubbing his neck like he got a case of whiplash on that.
Well, look, it's been a very physical game.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a deflected inbound pass. Okote off the Albert. Oh,
That's
what a great
play by Okote. Great hustle play. Super play, and the fans love it. The student body right in front of them.
Okote soaring in the air out of bounds, was able to slap it off of the Portsmouth player. And Castongwe follows up, and yes, indeed, this is the run that may get South right back into this game, down by 7. With 1:45 to go in the half.
Have to get stops. In my mind, they can't allow Portsmouth to score the rest of the half.
Oh, look at Caruso in the passing lane. To the basket, 2 more. Wow. It's a 5-point game. Timeout, Portsmouth.
That is
there you go, Tom.
That is the run we were looking for, right? That's it. Just incredible how the game just changes.
Yeah.
But why does it change, John Collins?
Defense.
You
called it as far as getting in the passing lane, putting pressure on Portsmouth's maybe, nervous ball handlers.
They were getting too many. Two things were happening.
Offensive rebounds.
Right, but they were also getting open shots.
They were.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you can't, those are 2 things you can't allow. No offensive, no second chance points, no open shots.
And finally, a shot make by a South player on a shot that wasn't a gimme. It was from a little bit of distance by Castongwe.
Right.
They need to be able to do that, of course, too, if they're going to put up 60 points again in this one. So 27-22 certainly got the South student body right into this game with this run. 1:25 to go in the half. Portsmouth trying to stop the bleeding here in this possession. And again, furious defense, doubling the ball by South, and a block. They're letting it go. Tripp has it. He gets the outlet pass to Caruso. Head up, looking to split. Stops, pops, and didn't get the bounce.
Out of bounds.
Yeah. Difficult shot always to make. You got full momentum going down the court.
He makes that, the place would have gone nuts.
Yeah. Got to put the brakes on, get your body under control.
But what happened down here? The double team.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a clear mismatch, and they got the double, and that changed everything. They weren't doubling, I don't think, in the first quarter.
DeYoung to the basket.
Yeah, there's the guy you like, DeYoung.
Strong by DeYoung.
Strong.
And it's a 7-point lead again for Portsmouth with under a minute to go. Samson Okote to Castongwe, the senior. Gets doubled, finds a seam, bounce pass, Tripp.
Yeah, found a seam and he found Tripp. That's how Josh Tripp can score his points, moving without the ball.
Got a nice feed earlier from Caruso. Now he gets one from
24
Castongwe.
seconds left in the half. They've got to keep him off the board here, John.
A bump, they let him play. Great defense. Good steal by the Clippers.
That shouldn't have happened.
And that block. Tripp has it. Caruso on the outlet. He's got plenty of time. 8 seconds. Bounce pass goes back to Caruso. He'll shoot from the corner and hit. Josh Caruso gets a 3.
It's a 3, and it's a 2-point game at the buzzer. People, we have a basketball game. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We are seeing some great basketball right now. I told you, it changes. Last night, PG girls, 20-8 first quarter. They lost by 11. That happens. In
what was
this
the
game,
score after
it was
one?
21-8. It was 16-8 after one. It was 21-8 into the quarter, into this quarter. That was their biggest lead.
And then, added 5.
And then it was 24-9. 15-point lead.
15-point lead.
Well, since that 15-point lead, they have been outscored 18-5, and now it's a 2-point game at the half, 29-27. Why? Defense, I'm covering John Collins right here. Don't touch that remote. We'll be back with a great second half right after this.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back here to Nashua High South, everybody. And the question is, which one of these two teams will still be alive in the NHIAA Division I boys basketball playoffs after tonight's game? Battle of 8 versus 9. The 8 seed South, very rough start, trailing badly in the first quarter, turning it around via defense, producing offense in the second quarter. John Collins along with Tom King. Should be an exciting conclusion to this one, Tom, as we saw South narrow it to just a 2-point game at the buzzer.
And they narrowed it. Why? Because they played defense. They had their defense turn into transition baskets, pull up threes, things like that. And that, I mean, that's how you get the momentum going. And they were able to get some rebounds in the last 3 minutes of that half, which they weren't doing through the first quarter and a half. That was big.
And so Portsmouth starting the game on offense, and trying to pick up where they started in the first quarter.
Yeah, and how'd they start, John? They start rebounding. They got a second chance rebound, turn it into a foul in the freshman Caravana.
And that's how they did it again here. With
That's got to, they cannot allow the second chance baskets.
Yeah. Xavier Lampert.
It's going to be like a putback if he makes them both, and he's got the first one.
Yep.
Great job by Portsmouth. I think they've done a you come on the road as a tournament team, and you've had a tough week in Nashua, week before, and you're back here again. You got to figure the third time might be the charm.
And regardless,
look at how tough this is.
Oh, another rebound.
See?
Swartz underneath draws a foul.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I believe that'll be on Caravanic again, won't it? I've got to take a look. I'm not sure. It is, because coming into the game.
Yeah. Prince Debussy is going to come in.
Debussy is going to be in.
So super sophomores on this Portsmouth team. Regardless of what happens tonight, the future is promising for the Clippers. They have Ryan Swartz, who's at the line right now, just a sophomore, listed at 6'2", but I swear he grew during the season. And then you have the guy that just was at the line a moment ago, Xavier Lampert, also a sophomore, number 23, and Isaiah Reese, who Tom says, can break out, be the team's best player at any given moment. And then the senior Miles DeYoung, who wants to keep playing basketball, but he'll have to come up with the upset here in the visitors' court.
Yeah, did you get all that momentum, though, and all of a sudden you're down 5 again, right?
Yeah, Josh Tripp inside, Debussy, put in.
There it is.
Good
open
vision by
It's one
Tripp
thing the
to
Panthers
Debussy.
have done well in the game is move the black basketball and found the open man. They've done that very well.
Back to a one-possession game. Portsmouth up by 3, 32-29. Around the perimeter it goes. Miles DeYoung, number 0. And passing inside Princeton Daniel. Back outside it goes to Devin Driscoll. Driscoll kicks it to DeYoung with Debussy on him. In the paint, Caruso guarding Swartz. Swartz got a really easy look, but didn't go in. A second bite as Caruso was on the floor.
Another offensive rebound. They have 3 in this quarter, and we're not even 2 minutes into it.
And the score reflects it. A 5-point lead for Portsmouth. There was 2 points at the half. Tripp with his back to the basket. Around the perimeter it goes. Timothy Stavely scored the first 2 points of this game.
DeYoung on Caruso. They double him
Number
really quickly.
21. Bounce pass. Tripp's going to shoot it from the free throw line. Rattles in and out. Rebound by Swartz. And foul by Debussy over the top.
Yeah, over the top from behind.
Swartz has taken some hard hits in this game.
And forget the rebounding problem, the foul problem. You've had 3 fouls called on you already, 2 more, and Portsmouth will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, in this
for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, third quarter.
This is not starting out very well for the Panthers.
Shades of the first quarter. Leaving that layup attempt short. was Princeton Daniel. Zach Castongway, blistering pace down the court, beats the field to the hoop. And it's 2 points and a 34-31, a three-point game again.
He can accelerate off the dribble, so can Caruso. That's what Portsmouth's got to watch out for. Panthers have got to take advantage of this. Swartz
flips it to DeYoung. Bounce pass inside to Swartz.
Out of the reach of Caruso, but another offensive rebound. Another one. My goodness.
And another foul.
Oh, my. They cannot get the rebounds. And, of course, we said it a couple of times this year. This is the 1 year South doesn't have the big guy, right?
Yeah.
They've had it the last 3-4 years.
Sure, he had to snatch down those high bounces, and instead the sophomore Swartz and Lampert, who's at the line.
They have 6 offensive boards in 5:41.
Just having their way.
In 5:41 left, so it's in 2:19. 6 offensive rebounds. 3 on that one possession.
How many offensive rebounds? It's a minor miracle that it's only a 3-point game.
It really is.
Lampert rattles it in and out. Part of the problem is Portsmouth
and look
has
at
missed
this,
a
and
lot.
they get the ball back again.
Unreal.
They've got to get done. There's a play. Nice passing lane play, out of bounds. It's going to be Panther ball.
I know they're letting them play, but sometimes it's the loose ball fouls are there. I mean, that's.
They are. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, they're calling fouls on the Panthers on the rebounding, so it's not like they don't call fouls. I sound like Johnny Most now. Inside it goes to Tripp. Outside Castongway for a long three, and he makes it.
You know what? Go with your strength, and we are tied at 34 with 5:14 left in the third quarter.
And the intensity on defense. Castongway pokes it free. Bounce pass. Cote for 2, and Nashua South leads for the first time since 2-0.
Wow.
36-34. Despite the rough start here in the third quarter, despite giving up all those offensive rebounds, South has the lead. Playing defense now. Lampert barely saves it. Dubuisse's in his face. He hands it to DeYoung. DeYoung 0-on-0 here. A couple of talented players. Off the pick, back to Lampert. Blocked. I believe it was a Cote that got a hand on it.
There's your favorite, John, a loose ball.
Caruso cuts to his right, double team. Castongway's open for a 2-pointer. Oh, he has got the hot hand right now.
Timeout, Portsmouth, you can tell, right? That's it.
That's senior leadership by Zach Castongway right there as he pounds the seat going back into the huddle. He is fired up. Zach Castongway does not want his season, his career, high school basketball career to end tonight.
Neither do these fans, the student body. I think Ryan Arneson is in there. He's leading the cheers.
Over in the second quarter of the North Goffstown game, the Titans have doubled up on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, no surprise. This is
32-16.
In fact, my other call is I think that North, they're probably going to kill me for this, but I think North can upset Bedford in the semis if they meet.
Right, and they'd have to get past the winner of Wyndham, Londonderry. That's started at 6 o'clock also along with this one.
Boy, those are two towns that are pretty much alike, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wyndham and Londonderry, and they're not far. You just go right up that road, right up, which is what a road called 128. It's Route 128.
It
right
is.
Up Route
128. Yeah, I was going to kick out of that.
Last night I
Mammoth Road.
Last night I went from Salem to Londonderry, and I got off exit 4 in Derry, which used to be the exit where I lived because I lived at the house that is right off the exit.
I used to live up there too.
Saw it, and first time I'd seen it in ages because I took the back roads to Londonderry, but I got off exit 4, so I hadn't done that in years, and it's changed a lot up there since when I was there.
I lived in Derry for a couple years. Quail Run Estates, the trick-or-treat capital of New England. Duplexes galore. And we have a foul on Stavely, who shoved DeYoung off the court away from the ball. He threw DeYoung out of the club, and he got caught for it.
And he's wondering, like, what did I do? Everybody.
He did his
Caravanic even on the bench got up and said, what's going on?
He did his Gronk impression. I think only the fans over there saw it.
But the fallout from that is...
Oh, more fouls, more penalties.
It is a 5th foul, and now the Clippers, for the next 4:17, will be shooting 2.
Will they be making them, though? They've been pretty shaky from the line. Miles DeYoung, senior, trying to make the second one. He does. And it's a three-point game again, 38-35.
But
South
again,
is up.
This was a Clipper team that was up.
Josh Tripp
by 15.
Okote's open for three, front rimmed it, out of bounds, off of Portsmouth. Swartz pleads his case to no avail. It went out of his hand over the line. Joshua Tripp will inbound it. In the corner by himself over here was Castongwe. Caruso to the basket. Tripp draws the foul. Great job on the offensive board. South gets one for a change.
It is vicious underneath that basket.
Yeah.
It really is.
Watch out for, you're getting kind of close there, Tom. There's flying elbows everywhere. Look
no
out.
Kidding. I gave you one before halftime, huh?
Castongwe, he wanted that ball in the near corner. I remember when they just had it a second ago. He's wide open. Tripp is open at the line.
Yeah, he's not going to miss that. They're going to develop him. He's going to become a scorer next year, I'm sure. 40-35 in favor of the Panthers.
That is a trip to the line for two. And Reese, he did a nice job of working it to the basket and turned it into an easy put-in for Isaiah Reese of Portsmouth. Keeps it a one-possession game, 40-37. We are in the third quarter. A very intense basketball game. Prince Dubuisi on the feet from Tripp.
And you get points like that from Dubuisi in the paint. You've had a couple of them in this quarter.
Is that the secondary scoring you were talking about?
Well, you've got to get it from everybody, right? He's a guy who's out there to rebound and play defense. Any points you get from him is a bonus. Tripp is the guy they'd love to develop into that third scorer.
Got to have those guys.
Got Caruso a step off.
Lampert's open and
shot.
he hits it. Yep. Nobody near him. Xavier Lampert, the sophomore, for two. Back to a three-point game. Castongwe fakes left, goes right, launches and gets blocked. He got fouled.
Blocking foul.
Yeah, he gets such elevation for a shorter guy. It's amazing how close he gets to the rim. I'm always amazed that when it doesn't go in. He's only like 2 feet away from the rim. But he will go to the line for two shots. Trying to make it a 5-point lead again as they'll clean up the moisture from the paint after a few guys hit the deck.
Yep. Doug Booth, the game director, comes over to try to help out.
We have the A-team here tonight, Tom. We got Tim O'Neill, Frank Wallen, Bruce Hillsmeyer, Dan Young. Of course, our executive producer, Pete Johnson, setting it all up.
And Tim O'Neill, I believe. Oh, Tim O'Neill's on camera up there. So that must mean Dylan Smith is at North, right?
Right.
Oh, Castongwe.
I don't know.
Not miss these. They call them free for a reason.
And hits.
And he's going to get a little bit of a rest. Don't forget, this is the last game on this floor for Castongwe and any other seniors.
Yeah,
but,
as the
and it's
AC.
right, and the last game on this floor for Castongwe and Caruso as a tandem. Caruso, of course, is back next year. Oh boy!
Reese, Isaiah Reese for three.
And that's what I told you about, John.
Yeah,
he can do things.
Yeah, he's a player. He's a shooter.
Yep.
And again, only a sophomore for this Portsmouth team. Impact player Josh Tripp with the turnaround, doesn't go. Got a hand on it, but Portsmouth secures the rebound.
He's not going to get an easier look than that. Tough one. Boy,
yeah.
It's a weird game, isn't it?
It is. You make the outside shot and miss the gimme. Xavier Lampert kicks it outside to Isaiah Reese.
Nice job by Okote to get out there on Reese.
Taking away the shooting space.
Really, he was all set to launch it, and Okote got right out there.
Jackson Jones nearly gets it swatted away by Aiden Clough.
Aiden Clough is playing some tough defense. That's why he's out there.
Yep.
You know, he's 5 more fouls.
Rested. all rested.
Right, but the problem is you foul and you give them 2 free throws. That's the problem.
Right, you have fouls to give, but the team doesn't.
With the new rule and now with these 2 free throws, Portsmouth can regain the lead as they're down 43-42.
Jackson Jones.
With 1:42 left to play in the period.
Ties the game at 43. Aiden Clough out of the game again, and Stongway, Caruso, Akote, Joshua Tripp, and Prince Dubuisi, your 5 players out there for Nashua South. Off the rim. And
nice job by Castaway to beat the race to the ball.
Akote, nice pass to Dubuisi, misses the gimme out of bounds off of Portsmouth.
Oh, Tyrese Gibbs doesn't like that call, or either that or he doesn't like the fact his team didn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. He's probably frustrated that they missed an opportunity for a stop in a tie game. Tripp to Castongway, back to Tripp in the corner for 3. Way over. And again, Ryan Schwartz.
John, whose name haven't we called offensively?
DeYoung for Portsmouth, and for South Caruso.
Right, you got it.
Not enough touches.
No.
In the paint,
Schwartz
traveled
around, again.
Doubled, blocked by Akote. We have a foul on the floor.
Doesn't
matter. That it matters. I mean, you see the referee point to the floor. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. 2 shots.
And no 1-and-1s anymore either.
Tournament basketball, whole different deal.
Ryan
in terms of the intensity and everything else, not the rule. This rule's been around all season long.
He's going to be something to deal with next season when he's a junior.
Well, this whole Portsmouth team's going to be something to deal with next season.
Right. But he has to work on his free throws. Castongway with the rebound.
But the Clippers have the lead back.
Akote, 1-on-1. Hits. Good work by Samson Akote, shielding the ball with his body and getting the roll over the rim. A 1-point lead. We're on the seesaw. South is up. Nice steal. Prince Dubuisi got a left hand on it, and he gets fouled. Just stuck his hand out in the passing lane, batted it away to himself, and ahead of the field draws the foul.
41.7 ticks left in the quarter. It's going to be a 4th quarter game, John Collins.
It is going to be.
It's going to be 8 minutes. Your season is on the line. 8 minutes. 8-minute season. How about that?
Prince Isaac and Dubuisi at the line and hits the first. Clutch free throws.
That is. I mean, these are clutch. And again, like I say, they call them free for a reason. You got to make them. In tournament play, you need to make your free throws. You can win a game that way.
Aiden Thomas checks into the game for Portsmouth, number 1. He boxes out Tripp and rebounds.
1 out of 2.
Yeah, snatched by Jackson Jones on the Dubuisi miss. Free throw. South's up by 2, 46-44, with a half minute to go in the 3rd quarter. DeYoung dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. Turnover.
All right, now the Panthers will probably hold the ball for the last shot to try to take a 2-point lead into the quarter, if not more.
Coach Gibbs for Portsmouth snatches a couple of players up off the bench.
Yeah, he wants to get his defensive, well, let's see.
Princeton Daniels
he's got a small lineup in there
Xavier
right now.
Lambert did come back in, though.
Yeah.
He's going to match up with Karavanik.
So here we go. I mean, this is going to be the dribbling exhibition by Castongway. They don't want Akote or anybody else except Castongway and Caruso to touch the ball here.
7 seconds, 6. The long distance 3 is good from Josh Caruso.
Oh, and he just looked at the basket. That is huge.
Tom, I was screened from Josh Caruso. All I saw was this high arcing basket.
And I watched, I said, he can't be putting that up. And he did. I think Nate Masrell was going, you know.
And the look on Caruso's face after he made that was...
He just looked at the basket. That's
like,
it.
Of course
Nothing.
it went in. What is your problem, folks?
Right,
Calm
exactly.
Down. That was a beautiful
shot.
I
saw Caruso on, of all places, I saw Caruso at Skate 3 on Saturday night.
Really?
Yes. Of all places.
You see my granddaughter there? She was there too.
Probably. I saw half the people I knew, you know?
Yeah.
But I was on the other side. I was on the hockey side. He was in that lobby.
Okay,
I think they went in to get some food.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They were probably doing the roller skate. And he goes, okay. He looks at me, he goes, which game you going to? You know? Because North and South,
you had the
right?
good news for him.
Right. Well, I told him, I said, I follow the money, you know?
Nice. Which game you going to? Jason Roby, our friend Jason's over at the North hosting Goffstown game where the Titans were up by 17 at the half in their first round tilt.
Yeah, Jason will put them all to sleep.
Well, fourth quarter to wake you all up right here. 5-point lead for South, their biggest lead of the game.
And if I'm not mistaken, that is George Nukas, the former Nashua coach, who is sitting behind the bench. Behind the scorers table.
Tell you what, Tom, they have a chance to repeat that score from the strange route to get there, but they actually have a chance to repeat that score from, depending how well they score here, from the game 4 days ago. 66-55. There's a cutter and almost a throwaway. Karavanic spin move, floater, good. 2 points for South starting the fourth quarter.
And now it's a 7-point Panther lead.
51-44, they're up by 7. 11-point victory for the Panthers on this court over Portsmouth 4 days ago. DeYoung cuts through, can't make it, rebound. South, Caruso ahead of the field. Josh Caruso with the finger roll. And it's 53-44, a 9-point lead. The alley-oop doesn't go on the block. Caruso with the loose ball. Out of bounds on South.
Wow, this is...
Must have stepped back on the line.
Boy, in a blink of an eye, John Collins, all of a sudden the Panthers have a 9-point lead. I'm trying to figure out how the heck they did it.
It just was Portsmouth imploding in the face of the intensity by South, I guess. The Clippers desperately looking for a basket here, trailing by 9, early fourth quarter. First round elimination game here in the 2024 tournament. And getting fouled and putting it in.
Three-point play.
That's a big basket.
Yep,
Ryan Swartz keeping the Clippers in the game as he goes to the line.
Caruso is pleading his case to the ref. I don't know who that was called on. Castagne and Caruso are both on him, right? So
Tom, you know the rules, the new rules. So the third quarter team penalty is wiped out?
Everything's wiped out.
Fourth quarter.
You start 0-0 every quarter. You start 0-0.
Okay, so if there's a non-shooting foul, they will not go to the line right away.
Until somebody hits 5 fouls.
5 fouls. So there's at least one against South right there. Walking the ball up is Castagne.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's the clock now, right?
Now it's the clock. Good passes. Caruso, a difficult fall-away three. Tripp with a big rebound. Caravanic keeps it in bounds. And when we have timeout, great timeout by Nate Mazerow in the helter-skelter melee. That was a hand. Caravanic spooned it.
Nothing like tournament basketball, is it?
Yeah.
This is tournament basketball, right?
It is, yeah. This is the like Stanley Cup hockey playoff intensity level of high school boys basketball, where every play, every rebound is so important and contested.
And what do we got over at Nashua
Just
North?
starting in the third quarter, Tom, 42-25, the Titans
42-25. Oh, that's a Jason Roby special, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the Titans pulling away from Goffstown in that one. So the South girls went to Portsmouth and got defeated by the Portsmouth Clipper girls last night in their playoff game. But South has the upper hand against the Portsmouth boys basketball team at this moment with 6.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. South with the lead by 6 and the ball. Castagne, their senior captain, passes to Caruso. The follow-away is good. Josh Caruso's got the hot hand.
Now, no doubt about it. We talked about how he hadn't touched the ball much in the third quarter. Well, he's touching it now, right?
Yep.
8-point game.
Cote with the steal, and he got fouled on the pass. I'm sure he would have.
But that's a good foul if you're Portsmouth.
Oh, it is. That was a gimme basket.
It was. It would have been a 10-point game.
Yeah. Not only is it a good foul, you don't even get to shoot free throws for
but
that.
Here is something that I'm seeing, John. South defensively with length. They've got some length. Their arms, their long arms are really helping them out. Cote in the passing lane. Karavanek in the passing lane.
Yeah.
Caruso's got long arms. He's got that ability.
Daniel Karavanek is a sophomore, folks, number 33.
I thought he's a freshman, John.
I'm sorry, a freshman. I meant to say that number in that class.
Because you know how I know? He's the one who hit the shot with .1/10 of a second left in World Academy's win in the tournament last in the not World Academy, but in Fairgrounds win.
Fairgrounds, and he's not. He was not yet in high school.
And he was coached by none other than Caruso's father.
Daniel Karavanek is just a freshman, 6'5", 9th grader, and big impact in this game with the length. Maybe he'll be that tall guy in the middle that you talk about, Tom. He's got to still be growing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, 9th grade. So
they're growing. I'm shrinking.
He's 6'5". Yeah, you and me both. 5:41 to go. 57-47, a 10-point lead for South. The winner of this game will play against the Pinkerton Astros in Derry on March 2nd.
That's Saturday. That's the Saturday. Whenever you're watching this, if it's not live.
Time to be determined.
Yeah, time to be determined. And there's been some talk that it could be a day game because Pinkerton hosts the cheerleading championships over the weekend on Sunday. They have to set up. It's an arduous process to set that place up for that event. That's why in the fall, John, that's why the volleyball championships are held there in the daytime. So we'll have to wait and see. So Cote goes
one of those daytime games over there.
Cote gets called with the foul. I thought he had reached in and gotten a jump ball out of that, but no. Or did he get called for the foul? It was just a jump ball.
It's funny that that's our first jump ball this game. And, you know, when we did the middle school and basketball championships, that's all we saw. And in out. And a save by South. Leading by 10, trying to add to it. Caruso's in the corner, and he will shoot it, and just missed on the back rim.
Yeah, his foot slid on the dribble. I think that kind of took him out of his rhythm on that shot.
Princeton Daniel passes it to DeYoung, and he can't make it. And out of bounds, off of Portsmouth.
Well, I'll tell you what. Portsmouth is getting the position and getting those rebounds again, but they're not able to hold on to the ball. They've lost them twice. With it in their hands. They've had it in their hands and lost it twice. And they've missed some good looks. All of a sudden, those shots that were falling in the first quarter and into the second are not falling anymore for the Clippers. Nashua South, John, they're going to get those points. It's 57-47, 5:03 to play. They may do it.
Yeah, they turned it on big time. Thanks to this guy, too, and this guy. Castongwe and Caruso. Zach Castongwe, what elevation!
Yep.
As he goes over the much taller sophomore, and blocking foul against the Cote.
That is.
Did you catch the look that Castongwe gave?
Gave him, went right down on him, looked down on him, yeah.
Now see, that's a look that Swartz won't have to worry about next year because Castongwe is a senior and he just schooled a younger man. But wow, he's got some great elevation and jump.
Offense on Portsmouth.
Oh, wow, the wheels coming off for the Clippers here.
It is.
Led in this game 21-9 at one point.
Yeah, really.
And that is an ancient memory now as South is up by 59-47 with 4.5 minutes to go. A 66-55 win on this court 4 days ago, and they look like they're going to maybe even improve upon that at this rate. Caruso trying to keep it away from DeYoung. Cote, oh, what a vicious hit, though, but it was a blocking foul. It was a good call, and Swartz took another heavy blow. try to take one for his team. He just didn't have position established. Gets helped up off the court. I think he took that in the chest rather than the face, which is a fortunate thing for Ryan Swartz. A good player. He's going to get a breather right now to recover. Number 2, 6'2" sophomore, comes out of the game for the moment. 4:17 to go, and Joshua Tripp will give over the inbounding duties to Josh Caruso. South looking to cement this by playing good D and scoring some more baskets.
They may
Turnaround Tripp.
There it is.
And he nails it.
He's had a good game, John.
They're up over 60 now. 61-47.
They got their defense going, then they got their offense going, and now it is a fait accompli, it looks like.
Shot from distance by Jackson Jones, no good. Kastongwe to Karavanik, driving, blocking foul. As he takes the sophomore Xavier Lampert to the floor. Karavanik, the freshman, against the sophomore. They'll be seeing more of each other for the next 3 years. 2 years for Lampert. Karavanik has played a fine game. Daniel, the freshman, misses that free throw. 14-point lead for South.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It is.
It really is.
I don't know if you'd asked Nate after the game if he genuinely was worried or not, but I know we were.
Oh, I'm sure he was. You kidding me? He was down 24-9.
Karavanik.
What coach wouldn't do it? Look. What coaches are
we got
worried?
it right where we want.
Coaches are worried when they're up 15 with 3 to play.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
like they are right now.
I see what you mean, yeah. And what is this whistle for? Away from the ball. So that was number 12 against, looked like maybe it was against Josh Tripp. 22. Inbound play from Portsmouth. Kastongwe got a big piece, maybe 2 or 3 big pieces of Jackson Jones.
Yeah, he kind of hooked him.
Yeah.
Looked like he was going to get away with it for a while until Jones hit the floor. Everybody's hitting the floor in this game. I don't think anybody hasn't felt the wrath of the Belanger gym floor.
They've all been down at some point. Jackson Jones with the inbound play. Isaiah Reese, who hasn't really taken a lot of shots, a good shooter. Trips on him. The right-handed runner by Reese is good. Another one of the talented sophomores on this Clippers team for 2. 13-point lead, though, for South with just a few minutes left. Cote, 2-on-1, Tripp, elevation. Oh, wow, how did that not go in?
I don't know. He's missed a couple of those, right? I mean, not just, just luck, bad luck. 13-point game. This is why you worry. They hit a couple of threes, boy, all of a sudden.
Reese repeating the lane that he just had a few moments ago.
Again, he's a very good player. He'll make something happen. Now it's an 11-point game.
Josh Tripp gives it to Karavanik. He gives it back to Josh Tripp. Cote on the outside. 2.5 minutes to go.
Clippers have 3 team fouls. They're going to try to foul a little bit at some point.
Josh Caruso to the basket. Gets fouled. Expanding that lead back out. Keeping Portsmouth more than at arm's reach. 62-51. It's an 11-point lead, and Josh has a free throw with 2:22 left.
It's a big 3-point play. Big 3-point play.
It just sucks any hope of momentum or comeback, miracle comeback out of the minds of the Clippers. Makes it.
That'll do it.
13-point lead. Very, very similar score, but a strange route to get there, as we saw 4 days ago. And there's Reese with 3 straight, I was going to say 3 straight lanes that didn't go. Swartz with the putback. Ryan Swartz for 2. 65-53. Bounce pass, Karavanic.
Yeah, does the right thing, doesn't go up for the shot. Why? 2:01 to play, up by 12, kill the clock.
Oh, wide open, a Cote for 2.
Can't give that up,
no.
Got to get that,
Yeah.
so that'll do.
Got to take that
Right,
freebie.
got to take that freebie right there. And a whistle blows. I didn't know if someone called timeout. No, another foul.
Tripp and Swartz going at it away from the ball. And foul called on Tripp, and that puts South in the penalty.
Very, very physical basketball.
Yeah. Ryan Swartz may have been schooled a little bit and bruised by the older players, number 2 at the line, I'm talking about for Portsmouth, but a learning experience from him, and he is going to be a force for his team next season, for sure. Ryan Swartz hits them both, and it is a
12-point game.
12-point game, 67-55, just over a minute 45. Josh Caruso, we have a rare loose ball foul.
Well,
and Miles DeYoung can't believe it.
And the Clippers needed to make that foul, though, because they need to send Nashua to the line. But of course,
DeYoung thought he got a clean steal.
But this is the wrong kid to foul.
Yeah.
Gave them all they could handle, that's for sure.
They know they were in the game, that's for sure, yep. Josh Caruso hits his free throw. 13-point lead. South with 69 points now, up by 14. Isaiah Reese against Samson Okote comes off the pick and a beautiful high archer.
I told you, John, this kid is good.
Timeout.
This kid is good.
9-point game with a minute and a half
left.
left.
11-point
Oh, sorry,
game.
11-point game, yeah. 69-58. And timeout called by the Clippers immediately. Coach Tyrese Gibbs, assisted by Dwayne Nepshield, Lance Rizkal, and Brian Rogers. South head coach Nathan Mazerol, assisted by Greg Montine. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. We will have a post-game interview coming up, we hope, with Josh Caruso and Zach Castongwe, the 2 dynamic guards for the Panthers, who have done all they could to ensure so far, with a minute 32 still left to go.
It's an 11-point game in the third quarter at North.
A little bit closer than you might anticipate,
than you would have thought, a little bit, right? You know?
Yeah, just under a minute to go in the third quarter.
56-45.
11-point game. Goffstown with a little bit of a run to narrow the gap. 56-45. It looked like a timeout call by the Titans.
Now, they're all about defense, too.
Yeah.
If they don't play defense, they're in trouble. But as Steve Lane said, if we play defense and we move the ball on offense, we're a fun team to watch. And they are a fun team to watch.
We had an upset in the boys basketball tournament earlier this evening. Alvern at Keene. Alvern wins that on the road.
See, Caruso normally would have gone up for that, right?
Right. The clock is what they wanted.
Right, and force Portsmouth to foul them.
Here.
Force them to foul them and send them to the line. So.
Yeah. Stongway goes to the line with 1:23 to go. Conley drains the first one. At 70 points now, South. Zach hits them both. 71-58, up by 13. 1:20 left. Portsmouth's got a launch. DeYoung's blocked cleanly by Daniel Karavanic. Great reach, all ball. Castongway double teamed in the backcourt, dribbles out of it, finds Samson Okote.
Yep, just milking the clock now, up 13 points, spreading the offense out.
Josh Tripp, that was a nice series of
Karavanic would have normally gone right up for it, right?
Yeah.
Not going to happen here. They are going to take their time. They're going to move the ball around. They're going to let Portsmouth reach and foul them, and they're going to go to the line and try to put the game away that way, which it's a 13-point game with 56.6 seconds to go. 58-6 or 56-6.
Daniel Karavanic with that mop of blonde hair and wearing number 33 at the free throw line. No, he's not Larry Bird, but he just reminded me of him.
Boy, doesn't he look like him a little bit?
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
A little bit. Yeah.
It really does.
Young Larry Bird.
He starts growing a mustache, then we're really going to be worried.
Yeah. Oh, what a block by Akote, but he got charged with the foul.
I don't think Akote would have been the guy there. I would have called it on from behind, but I guess not.
Did he foul out?
I believe he's fouled out.
Well, he certainly was a huge impact player for South in this game, and a big reason why they have this 14-point lead here with under a minute to go. North is only up by 8 points in that fourth quarter. A little bit of a concern there for the Titans as the Grizzlies will be throwing it to them after this one, I believe. John Collins along with Tom King.
Violation.
Game.
Violation Portsmouth. Somebody must have stepped into the lane or over the line quicker. I don't know what happened, but they just called a violation, so it'll be South ball and the press is on, and Caruso's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
By the way, congratulations on the BG girls team for coming back to make it into the tournament, although they got eliminated by Salem. That was a sort of a surprise that they were able to do that. It was a little bit of an accomplishment there, and what has been was a tough season for them. I always enjoy, though, going to BG and covering the boys and girls teams in basketball. And in hockey, the BG girls hockey team, of course, one of the favorites in that tournament, will be bringing you their games coming up on Nashua TV. Josh Caruso at the line. Textbook free throw shooting. 48 seconds to go in this one. 73-59. So suddenly Jason Roby's got something to talk about over there up in Nashua North. Yeah.
He's got to do some actual work.
8-point game with most of the fourth quarter to be played. Isaiah Reese in the paint. Left-hand roller doesn't go. Rebound Portsmouth put back by Ryan Schwartz. Caruso gets fouled. Portsmouth not giving up on their hack-a-shack game here, trying to slow the game down in the latter stages and force South to make all of their free throws. And they've been doing it. As Tom said, wrong guy to put it to line. I don't know why Josh was shaking his head right there. Does he think that maybe Portsmouth should just let the clock run out on this? Because it's 13 points, but hits that one. He's looking for a teammate to slap five with.
I know, there's nobody there. They're all behind him. I know.
And the Clippers guys weren't going to help him out.
No, that's for sure.
You could have. You could have helped him out. You left him hanging. Like Tom Brady in the bench. Just to high-five somebody. Isaiah Reese. And good-looking shot doesn't go. And again, that great leaping ability and knack for the basketball to Stongway. And now Portsmouth's going to back off and let these final 20 seconds tick away. It's going to be a 76-61 victory for Nashua High South here in the first round of the 2024 playoffs. It was scary for a while, but they ended up getting it done.
And it finally ends with Castanway in his last game on this floor holding the ball for 18 seconds.
No, yeah, you're right. That's it. No question, a fitting end with Zach Castanway holding the ball and handing it off as we have the good sportsmanship handshakes up and down the court. We'll have an interview with Josh Caruso and Zach Castangwe coming up here on Nashua ETV. The dynamic duo winning the game along with their teammates by 16 points to advance to play Pinkerton, who had a first-round bye up in Derry, awaiting to play that game on Saturday.
Yep, we'll see what happens. That's why they play it, right?
That's it.
All right, John Collins, you got work to do. I got work to do. Let's go to it.
Let's do it. Tom King, thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Postgame. First-round playoff win, 16 points. Josh Caruso, Zach Castangwe, the dynamic duo, the two guards for South that really were keys to the comeback in this game. You guys, it was almost like the same score as 4 days ago, but it was a kind of a crazy route to get there, right, Josh?
It was, yeah. I mean, especially with us, a lot of the teams try to throw a lot of different defenses at us, so we started slow, kind of like we did last game. We just got to play together and adapt, and that's what we did.
The senior captain here, Zach Castangwe, did you guys have it all whole way? Were you nervous at all? 24-9 you were down.
No, I was never nervous. We played them Friday. We were down 11-0 to start the game.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're just used to being down, but we would just fight back the whole time. We just fight the whole time. So, yeah, it was a great comeback.
It was. I mean, what was the key to it, you think?
Defense and rebounding. We brought the defense. We had Samson Okote. He was bringing the intensity. He came off the bench, pressed their point guard. He brought the intensity, and we definitely got back in that game.
It was a typical game for you, Josh, where you have the athleticism too, but you also bring kind of a calming presence, I think. Even when the team was down, by your demeanor, it just felt like you had the confidence to help bring the team back.
Yeah, always. Just try to stay calm through the pressure. I mean, ups and downs. They're going to pressure me. They're going to, like I said, throw three guys on me, attack me. Same thing with him. So we just got to stay together and just play through it.
Yeah, I mean, they have a pretty good team over there. A lot of good sophomores.
Yeah, they're good. They're going to be good for a while. They got a couple seniors, but I don't even know, maybe one or two, but they're young. They'll be good.
Yeah.
They're going to be good.
Zach, you had the ball at the end of the game. Your last game on this court. Was it emotional for you at all to know that?
Maybe a little bit after, but in the moment, I'm just happy to get on to the second round, playing the number one seed, so it should be fun.
You must have felt like there's no way I want to go out on my home court in my first round playoff game as a senior, that you're not going to let that happen.
Oh, yeah, I definitely wasn't going to let that happen. They called a timeout. We got up. I was like, this is my last game. Bring the intensity. So, yeah, I was fired up.
What is it like to play with this guy in the backcourt?
It's awesome. I love playing with Josh. Played with him for 3 years now. And honestly, we kind of turned the program around a little bit when Josh came. And it was just been a whole lot of fun giving him assists and seeing him shoot threes. He got 1,000 this year, so it was awesome.
You teach him everything he knows?
Oh, yeah, definitely. On and off the court.
We did see you staring down the sophomore on the floor at the end there.
Oh, yeah, heat in the moment,
A little fun with it.
Playoff.
Playoff. Hey, Josh, what's it been like to play with this guy, with Zach?
It's been awesome. I mean, the way we play off each other, feed off each other, giving each other passes. I mean, you see some of those passes he gives me, those backdoor plays, it's unbelievable. Best I've ever had.
How about this, Zach? You're going to go play in Derry on Saturday against Pinkerton, number one seed. Nobody's going to give you guys a chance.
Yeah. No, we're going to come in ready, prepared. We're going to watch a lot of film, see what we can do to beat them. So they actually lost to a Dover, and they were the 12 seed, so we'll probably get that film, see what they're going to do. Yeah. And a big task ahead of us, so I think I'm pretty confident going in.
Well, I got to say, personally, it's been a joy to watch you guys play. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
And congratulations on this big win over Portsmouth here on Nashua ETV. Thank you for watching. All right. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Coach Nate Mazerow. Coach, you had him all the way, right?
Sure, yes. Early on, it sure did look like that. So survive and advance. That's what you do in the tournament. We found a way. So happy about that, certainly.
24-9. There was 1 point in the game. I was probably sometime early second quarter. I said to Tom, I recited the score. It was 66-55 4 days ago. You beat Portsmouth. I said, it seems really unlikely that they're going to get 66 points in this game. Not only they got 66, they got over 70. How did you do it?
A little bit of defense in the second half. What really hurt us was they were very good on the offensive glass, and they were getting putbacks, and that hurt us. We changed the tempo. When we play fast-paced, which is what we want to do, especially in our gym all the time, we're a much better basketball team, and I think that changed the outcome of the game.
So you didn't have, like at the beginning of the season anyway, that big dominant, maybe upperclassman in the middle that you would normally have. But what has it been like with these two guards, Zach Castongway and Josh Caruso?
I'm certainly biased, but they're the best guards in the state. And I don't know what I'm going to do next year without Zach. So we'll play as many games as they'll allow us to. But yeah, when you can rely on them, there were several times I would say, relax, toward the end of the game, and they'd make a play and we get a layup, or they'd make a play and we'd get to the free throw line. It's just two basketball players, two very good basketball players making basketball plays, and that's what you expect out of a senior and a junior.
In that comeback that you guys had from 24-9 to really overwhelming victory in the end, we saw a lot of teammates working well together, chemistry. Is that something that just happens organically during the season, or do you have to actually work at that?
We work on it a lot. We have a lot of new faces and a lot of guys who haven't played a lot of basketball together, and we did not have that chemistry early. We knew it would be a rough patch in the early going, and we were 2-2 at one point. We graduated some very important seniors last year, so some guys who had to figure out what we are all about, what our philosophy is, what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor. Tonight it showed. Samson Okote did a lot of good things defensively. Isaac Nudwisi had a very nice third quarter. And then two of our younger players, Josh Tripp and Daniel Karavanich, stepped up and decided. Josh has been playing very well. Daniel has as well. Once they started getting rebounds, that's when the game changed as well, along with tempo.
You know, it's hard to believe that Daniel Karavanich wasn't even in high school last year, and he's already become an impact player as a freshman. I mean, he played great, but you just mentioned it was a team effort.
It was. Yeah. Josh and Zach were frustrated early on because their defense did very well containing them, and we talked about at halftime we had to adjust, and one of the first plays we got was a dump down to Josh Tripp in the post because they were so concerned with Josh and Zach. So we adjusted well, and even though it's the bright lights of the tournaments, I thought our younger guys did a nice job of overcoming whatever butterflies they had.
So Nate's reward and his team's reward for winning this tough and hard-fought game is they have to go play the #1 seed in Derry on Saturday against Pinkerton. Nobody's going to give you guys a chance.
The guys I'm about to go talk to are very confident. They're the only ones that matter. But yes, on paper, and right now on paper, I have no idea what we're going to do, but we'll go put up a fight, and I have 14 guys who believe they can win, so we got to play the game, right?
It's right. We play the games, and it's always been a joy to cover your games. Nashua South basketball. We cover a lot of sports, a lot of the boys and girls, but I got to say, consistently, Nashua South is maybe our most entertaining team that we cover year after year, and you've been the coach throughout, and I think that's no accident. So congratulations on another great win.
Thank you.
No, Nate Mazerol, coach extraordinaire. Good luck in the next round.
Thanks very much, John.